gonna start vlogging and documenting pretty much just my life and talking to y'all, talking about how I feel, things that's going on in my life, ideas I have, goals, things like that to achieve, that I want to achieve, that I yearn for, and things like that, and who I am as a person, my beliefs, how I am, things I like to talk about, my life in general, everything. I'm gonna try to share a lot over the course of how long I do this. So yeah, my name is Jeremiah. I'm 23. I work at a hospital. I do trash. Well, I clean rooms. So I'm a glorified janitor at the moment. Obviously, it's not something that I want to do my whole life. I've never actually really known what I want to do. I wanted to do, boxing. I did boxing for a while. I wanted to do that as a career. Ended up changing that. I had thoughts of doing like police officer. Ended up changing that. Thoughts of doing electrical work. After about 6 months to a year, I ended up changing that. Figured I'd go to college and things like that. Maybe become an EMT. Change that. Wanted to go to college for auto mechanics. Change that. I've worked in factories. I've worked in retail. I've worked in security, dispatch, cleaning. Like, I'm not afraid of hard work and putting in the hours I used to do. I used to dig trenches for like 10 hours. 10 hours a day, like 5 to 7 days a week. Finding out what I want to put the hard work into. I've tried to sell clothing, vintage clothing. I did that for a while, actually. Made pretty decent money and things like that. And I ended up changing my mind. Like I said, I changed my mind a lot. So I'm just gonna be documenting like what I'm going through, who I am, things like that. I am currently living in an apartment with a roommate, my cousin. But in like 3 or 4 days, I'm moving out. I am moving back in with my mom, actually. Trying to save some money, things like that. And look for other opportunities job-wise. Look for more things to do because, like I said, I have no idea what I want to do. I mean, I yearn to find my career that I love and that I want to put the hard work into. I worry about that a lot, but I mean, worrying about it's not really going to change anything. The next rest of the year or so, I plan on, trying to do a lot more things, get out more, which I do, but get out more, try new hobbies, try new things like this. I'm gonna be vlogging and stuff like that, and doing photography, cinematic short film. So we'll see if that changes. Hopefully not, but I am single. I've been single for a while, so I'm trying to just focus. I've been focusing on myself a lot. That's the thing when it comes to being single. When I was first freshly single, even a year or two afterwards, I was yearning to be in a relationship. I didn't know how to be single. I went out with a lot of women. I partied a lot. I drank a lot. I wasn't smart with my money. I didn't budget at all. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I didn't have a vehicle. I was walking to work. I did a lot of things I'm not proud of, but sometimes you gotta do those things to actually learn for yourself, because you ask for advice on something, somebody gives you some advice on it, and you don't really take it until you experience it yourself, and you're like, oh snap, you were right. Like, I should have listened. So I did a lot of that. I partied a lot, drank a lot, like I said, went out clubbing, talked to some women, went on dates, hung out with women, did all that whole jazz, I did all that. And it wasn't until I found God, and I am a Christian, and I have a relationship with Jesus. I found God, and so with that, He really changed like a lot of things in my life, my views, I'm not saying I don't struggle with every once in a while I want to go to the club or drink and get drunk or, hang out with these women and do this and that. But that's when you gotta be more disciplined than letting your feelings control you and let you control your feelings. As a man, we should not be led by our feelings or our emotions because they fluctuate all the time. And it's hard, it's very hard, even when you do it for so long. Every once in a while you might fall into it. And I'm guilty of it as well. I'm not perfect and wish I was at times, but if you never fail, then you'll never know how to win, right? So, I'm just on a journey right now trying to figure out who I am. God has taught me a lot with budgeting, building up my character, building up what I want in my life, who I want in my life, what the characteristics I want to have in me as a man, as a husband, and then in the future as a father, to be able to guide my children in that way. But I know I'm not there yet. I got a lot of things I got to learn, but I have learned a lot in the past year. And he's helped me build I wouldn't say walls, but foundations and stuff, things I need to look for, things I need to be aware of, things that of myself and of others around me. I like to go out. I don't really go partying like that. I don't the club is not my scene anymore. If I drink, it'll be maybe a beer or some wine or something like that when I go out to a restaurant. I don't be talking to girls like that no more. Like I said, it is hard because sometimes I do want to, because everybody gets lonely and stuff like that, but I don't be doing that. I've just really been on my own grind, worrying about getting my money up, trying to find better opportunities, elevate myself as a man more than anything, because like women, they come into this life and they're already elevated to a certain extent, especially if they look good and they're attractive. As a man, you come in with no value, I feel like, which in the eyes of God, you are very valuable. So don't let anybody ever tell you that you're not valuable. You are. But as society and culture, people will just overlook you because of the things that you don't have or where you're at. And yes, it's hard. It's easy to get sucked into all that, and it's easy to confine to what people say you are and assume that you are and don't want anything to do with you because of the things that you do or do not have, which is actually very sad. But it's just the day and age that we live in. So if you can't beat them, you gotta elevate for yourself, man. Don't elevate for nobody else. I've tried it in the past. I ain't gonna lie, I have tried it. It's not bad to be with somebody and be like, I want to be better. But if that's the only reason why you want to be better, maybe you shouldn't be in the relationship in the first place. Maybe you should be by yourself. So God has been teaching me that a lot, and I do yearn for a relationship. I do yearn for somebody that's gonna be my ride or die, my woman. But she's gotta hold up to the same values that I have now. If they don't, that's okay. I know people say there's a lot of fish in the sea. There's a lot of women out there. And it's hard because, right now I would love to have somebody, but I also don't want anybody. I want to be by myself. I want to be single. I've been led on a lot. I've been in situationships where I've been led on for a year. I've been in situationships where I've been led on for a month or two. Everything was going good and then, ghosted out of that. That's just the day and age, and it sucks nowadays, but hey, focus on yourself, get yourself up, get yourself right, That's gonna be the best thing for you. Get your relationship with God, number one. Take care of yourself, health and stuff like that. I'm getting back in the gym and stuff like that, trying to eat better whole foods, things like that. Find things that you love, hobbies, pick up something else like this, anything, That's just me, that's what I'm trying to do. And I just like a quiet, simple life, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Once you start doing the singleness life a lot, and you not isolate yourself, but you just be focusing on not really anything else other than what you're doing, you tend to love to be single. You tend to love the quiet life, not really having to talk to nobody else, letting everybody else know where you're going, what you're doing, what your goals are, and it's just you. It it's a peaceful life, man. And I encourage any guy or woman that's watching this, work on yourself. Try the peaceful, try the single, try the quiet life. And when those thoughts and stuff like that come, if you want to, you being lonely, because they do come. I'm not gonna say they don't. They do. Remind yourself, like God says, like singleness is a gift, and it really is. And it took me a long time, over 2 years, to actually realize that. I've been single for like 3, maybe 4 years. I honestly can't remember anymore. And I love it. And when I think about getting a relationship, I'm like, I want to be in a relationship. At the same time, I don't want to be in one. I would love to have somebody there. I would love to, hold somebody. And then at the same time, I would love to just be by myself. I love being by myself. I like going places and not having to tell anybody that I'm going there, or ask permission, or, if there's so many things you can do when you're single. Don't let the singleness hold you back. You can move, you can go and do anything. You can try out new jobs. You can, even if they're like minimum wage, if you find out you love it, some other opportunities might, come about. But being single is a great opportunity for you to find out who you are. Don't let anybody tell you who you are. Don't let anybody try to discourage you because you're single. When you see all them people with somebody, booed up, their ball, their person, don't let that discourage you, because the time will come. I promise you, the time will come. And don't be afraid to give it an opportunity when the time does come. I know me. I like talking to people. I really do. I like talking to people, but to a certain extent. Like if all we ever talk about is surface level things, you're not gonna be in my close circle. You know what I mean? If we can talk about things like I'm talking to you right now, get on a deeper level, the goals you have, the dreams you have, the passions you have, who you are as a person. Do you want to stay in the same place for the rest of your life? Do you want a family now? Do you want this and that? Or do you have the urge, do you have the yearn to go travel? Do you have the urge to pick up and leave everything you've ever known, to travel the world with no money, to be broke and hitchhike across the United States? Like, tell me those things. Tell me what you truly want, because I love people like that. Because when you truly tell me what you want and you have those deep conversations, I want you in my life. And those things might not align to what you want and what I want, whether it be a relationship as in a girlfriend or boyfriend, but also as in friendships. We might not be going in the same direction, but you tell me what you want, I'll tell you how I feel. That doesn't mean that we can't help each other achieve those things that we want. You understand what I'm saying? I love people like that, and that's who I am as a person. Yes, we could talk about surface level things, but if that's all we ever talk about, I'm sorry to tell you, I ain't gonna talk to you a lot. Because you can ask, I ain't got a lot of friends. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I have a small knit friend group, but most of the people, including my family, I love my family to death. I really do. I am a family man. I am a mama's boy. I ain't gonna lie. And I love them to death. Anytime my mom texts me, I'll always be texting her back, calling her, stuff like that. That is the only person, I'm not even gonna lie to you, that is the only person I give that time to. That is the only person that gets that part of me. Anybody else, my cousins, yes, if they need something, I'll be texting back, stuff like that. But I really don't be texting back. I really don't be doing that. I keep to myself, because everything that I want to do, I don't want everybody knowing. And I struggle with that sometimes, and sometimes I'm like, I want to tell them, and I end up telling them, keep your things that you're doing to yourself. Keep it to yourself. I promise you it'll work out for the better, because not everybody wants to see you succeed. And I know you've heard it, but it is true. Not everybody wants to see you succeed. And you gotta learn that sometimes it's the closest ones to you who say, oh, congratulations, this and that. And they be praying because they be jealous, because they don't have dreams like you, because they don't have thoughts like you, because of something they are making excuses about that's holding them back, or they had that dream and they never got to accomplish it, so now they don't want to see you accomplish it, or they get jealous because maybe the things that you're doing is moving in the right direction and you're growing in that way, and you're elevating above to where farther than where they're at, and they're jealous of it. they start talking. And they start talking and yapping and stuff like that. And you're like, I thought, you were close to me, and me telling you this, you could encourage me. Not everybody's there to encourage you. I'm here to tell you that. I've learned it firsthand from friends and family. Sometimes you gotta cut people off, man. But these are the moments right now in your singleness, whether you're 18, 20, 30, 40, whatever it is, you're never too late to try to go after something, especially if you're single, man. If you're single, take the chance, take the risk. What is gonna happen? Like me, I wanna move, man. That's one reason why I'm going back to my mom, so I can save money, so I can move somewhere else. I live in Tennessee and I've lived here my whole life. I don't want to live here. I don't. I want to get out and explore, and not just vacations and not just weekend getaways. I want to get out, live in a new city, experience things for myself, try to do things, meet new people, get out of my comfort zone. That's a big thing. Get out of your comfort zone, man. And I want to do this, and I've wanted to do this for I don't even know, 4 or 5 years since I got out of high school. I've wanted to move, but I've always made excuses on why I can't. Whether it be for other people, whether it be not enough money, whether it be I don't know if I can find a job, or car payments, things, this and that. I got bills, I can't save much money. You're gonna make excuses, but those excuses are gonna hold you back if you never choose to take the lead, man. So that's why I'm moving back in with my mom. I'm saving money. I'm making goals, small goals that lead up to the big one. And I'm gonna move out. I don't know where I wanna move out to yet, but I know I don't wanna stay here. So I gotta leave. I wanna experience that. I wanna be alone. I wanna experience a new city. I've never been out. I wanna be in the city. I wanna be able to walk to everywhere. If y'all understand what I'm saying, and you're getting excited just hearing that somebody else has that same feeling that you do, yearning for more, yearning for a better place, yearning for a place where you don't know anybody, where you don't know anything, so you have to start fresh. Maybe for yourself. You don't know what the possibilities out there are endless. You don't know what you're gonna achieve. Yes, things could go wrong. Worst comes to worst, you move back home. Would you rather not ever do nothing and get to where you're 50, 60, grandchildren, and talk to them, what did you do, Grandpa? What did you do, Grandma? Oh, I didn't do nothing, but I thought about a lot of stuff. What? How unexciting would that be? Oh, what did you do? I didn't do anything, but I thought about a lot of stuff. I thought about doing this. I thought about doing that. Did you ever do it? No. So what did you do? You sat. You stayed. No, I don't want that for me. I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for my future kids. I want memories. I want to do this stuff. Singleness is the time to do it, man. And if you find somebody that wants to do that with you, you don't even have to be single. If you want somebody that has that same thing, that wants to do that with you, take them with you, man. Take them with you. That's even better. You have somebody that can help you, that wants to go and do these things. That's amazing. That's a blessing from God. But don't let your singleness hold you back. And don't let excuses from the world and from others hold you back to what you want to do. You got this, man. Keep your head up. Keep your chin down. Work hard. Go after what you want to do. If you say no now, you'll probably say no later. Go do it. You got this. I love y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next one.